Let's bring on a guy that has probably seen of the previous 59 Super Bowls, Chris Berman. How many have you seen in person? The first 59.
Well, good to be here
Good to see you,
in
my
San
friend.
Francisco, my favorite city in America.
Know.
You know that's true.
Yeah, almost the voice of the Giants.
You know that I don't
right?
just, well, almost, but I still like, yeah.
Yeah, you love it here.
It could have been.
Could have been. Bob Lurie wanted you.
You never know, just for that, to finish that sentence. Sometimes we look in life, it could be a woman we married, it could be a professional changing of job, it could, like that. You wonder 30 years later where it would have gone.
Right.
You know, would I have been terrible and out on the streets?
No.
No, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, you
but
made the right call. You made the right
turned out
call.
okay. But
You made the right call.
How many Super Bowl? You know, my first one was 16. So
Pontiac, Michigan.
Yeah. So I kind of started, I feel, why I really wanted to get on with you guys is not because I'm telling the story, but coming back here, it was the start of me almost my professional. I was about 2 years into ESPN, and it was my first Super Bowl as a wide-eyed kid, and it was the night we didn't know. Obviously, the course of football changed with the Niners and the catch, and then.
And you were at that game on the sideline going ahead. That's legendary. That's the legendary.
I mean, but I also was taken in by those guys. I was in my 20s. They were in their 20s. I did the 2:30 a.m., 11:30 San Francisco Sports Center. East Coast, unless you're changing a diaper, you didn't see me, okay? Or really last call, you know, like
I was there.
Closing time, right, by Semisonic.
Shanghai Kelly's, we had many a beer together. We've been there.
I don't know if I'm going to get there this week. Do they still have the Jägermeister on
Of course, we're getting that.
Oh, God, I
shots
have a
of
headache
Jaeger?
just asking.
Oh,
it's only
God.
10:30 in the morning.
I'm getting a headache already.
Listen,
so if our show ends at 2, we can start at like noon, right?
Jägermeisters for all.
So what I'm saying is those Niners, I ended up picking. They were 6-10 the year before. I ended up picking them a lot as the Swami. I go out, a young kid, to Redwood City on Friday before the championship game. Usually you don't interview players now, but they lined up a few. Randy Cross and Charlie Young come over to me.
Tight end, yeah.
They go, "You're the Swami." I said, "How do you even know who the hell?" You know, we're only on 2 years. You've been picking us every week. We see it. Who do you want? This is Charlie Young. Who do you want to interview? I'll personally line them all up.
Wow.
I had 11 guys lined up,
Wow.
okay? Including Joe. I mean, Joe Montana then, Notre Dame quarterback, they never were any good in the pros, right? Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Terry Hanratty.
So, a friend of mine.
Yeah.
So, I was in with them not because I was trying to be. You come with us. And they're still lifelong friends. We had a wonderful event in town, the 89 Niners at the Orpheum, right? We had 1,500 people in the stand. In the stands, Joe and Ronnie and Harris Barton and Tom Rathman and Eric Wright and John Taylor. So my point is my first one was Super Bowl 16, so this is 44. Wow. I missed one. I had a leg injury, like full-length cast. It was the one Holmgren one with Brett Favre, so 44 is the number, but the first one was Pontiac. So we've seen a few things. We've seen fire and we've seen rain.
Yeah, just a few. And in this last matchup between Seattle and New England, that was a pretty historic one as well.
Oh, God, yes.
Yeah. So, last night, while we're on the subject of the 49ers from those days, Roger Craig finally gets the honor of that gold jacket. First of all, your thoughts, and second of all, who should join him next?
Well, you mean from the Niners? Or all right, well, so first on Roger, you guys know everything I'm going to tell you, and you know it better. It's funny how stats, when you reread that he was, in 1985, a back that ran for 1,000 and caught 1,000 yards. Mm-hmm. Okay, there've been not a lot others, but the game has changed. Bill Walsh himself said he changed the way even our West Coast offense went from 81, which was rudimentary. They didn't have a 1,000-yard rusher in 81.
Earl Cooper, Bill Rain.
But he caught 90 balls,
right.
Earl Cooper.
Yes, he did.
Leading rusher, 800 yards. Hardly Jim Brown, okay? So Roger was that. He was able to let them do everything and opened up so many other things. And I couldn't be happier for him. I mean, those Niners should be a little more represented. Who should be next?
Frank Gore. Probably Frank Gore next year, maybe. Huh?
I don't. It's a horrible thing to say. Is he still like third all-time?
Third all-time.
Third or fourth?
Third all-time.
I don't know that he'll ever get in. I don't vote.
You don't think he'll ever get into the Hall of Fame? Curtis Martin's in the Hall of Fame, Boomer. You don't think he'll get in? He may have to wait a little bit, is what you're saying.
Well, no, here's the thing. I don't know how they look. Bill Belichick can't get in, so I don't know what a lot of things. Okay, so I don't vote. I'm the MC.
You MC it every year for how many years?
I'm near and dear to me, the Hall of Fame. Yeah. I love it. It's an honor. I mean, they asked me to do it. I'm up there with the greatest of all time. So, did Frank ever dominate? And see, so there's. I'm not saying therefore no. I'm saying so. There are 50 voters. If 15 of them say, did he ever dominate, even though he ran for, 16th, and couldn't be a nicer guy, right, than Frank Gore. Couldn't be a nicer guy. But that's why I say, will Eli Manning, different question, ever get in?
Mm-hmm. Jim Plunkett's not in. He won 2 Super Bowls like Eli.
Because Eli, winning percentage, 50%. Doesn't make him bad. He upset an 18-0 team.
Yeah.
Is that enough to – so – there's no, okay, this is the mathematical formula, next-gen stats. They say to go for it on 4th and 2.
It's crazy.
Therefore, vote for him if it's 4th and 2. I don't think it works that way. To dominate, even for a 3-4 yard period of a wonderful career, did Frank ever do that? Not really. Was never asked to. Not his fault. That's my reason. I ran on Boston last year, and Vinatieri, they couldn't believe he didn't get in the first year. I said, well, he's a kicker. Then again, he's kicked more field goals, kicked more points. What are you supposed to do?
Right.
I said, well, even took Ray Guy like all this time. So Adam got in this year, second year. Sometimes, well, make him wait. That would be the Frank question. Was there another defensive? Well, 81 Fred Dean is in, and Ronnie's in. Of course, Eric Wright was really
good, but not a Hall of Fame.
No. So that's the thing. Where are we next?
Well, I mean, the current guys, Nick Bosa, Fred Warner, that's down the line.
That's current. I'm thinking of those Super Bowl Niners or even after.
Without a doubt. How about George Seifert? How about the head coach that won 2 and then 3 as a defensive coordinator with Bill Walsh? Why is he not in?
I know. There's no rubber stamp win 2 Super Bowls. Mike Holmgren's not in. Yeah, he won 1. Yeah, but Mike Holmgren, come on. Now the Belichick
Tom Flores forever.
Yes. Now that Tom's in.
Finally.
But, yeah, finally. Mike Holmgren, now that Belichick didn't get in, it's just a logjam. Well, you can't put anybody ahead of Bill Belichick. So Mike Shanahan's never going to get in. Mike Holmgren, not until Bill goes. Tom Coughlin, I'm just mentioning a few names.
Well, sure.
It's a tough deal. But the Super Bowls, it's been a blessing to see these. I like that it's back here.
What do you remember about Super Bowl 19? It was Marino against Marino, Shula, and Walsh. One of the greatest ones ever at Stanford.
15-1, 14-2. Both quarterbacks played really well. Well, I mean, Joe, obviously, especially Roger, all the Niners, Dwight. I mean, we could go on. And their defense always overlooked because the West Coast offense. Well, their defense is really pretty good if you're 15 or 18-1. It's a story you weren't looking for. I don't mind telling it. I'm still young, but it's the Niners. And again, now by then, I'm pretty close with, obviously, Eddie DeBartolo. Eddie was 5 years old, or is 5 years older than me.
Yeah.
This is an owner. I'm 26. He's 31. No, most of the owners are Mr. Rooney Sr.,
right.
Who couldn't have been nicer. Or Lamar Hunt, older.
Right.
Oh, Chris, you want to, hang with me? I'm like, it's an owner. Like, I'm a young guy. This is an owner.
That was fun hanging with those guys back then.
Oh, God. I watched the first Super Bowl. ESPN had, seats, on a stool back with a little TV in the Silverdome. We don't even have seats to watch the game. Me and Paul McGuire, the only 2 reporters here. Eddie. It's not a different story. 81. Eddie. Where are you watching the game? I happened to see him upstairs. He goes, wow, we're over here, whatever, by the frickin' soda machine. Why don't you watch it with me?
In the suite?
Wow.
In the owner's box.
Wow.
In my first Super Bowl. What? Yeah, you and Paul. Come on. Okay. but you have to walk with me if things don't go well. Okay. Amos Lawrence fumbles the opening kickoff. Famous Amos.
I remember.
Okay.
Infamous.
Famous Amos. Chris, we're walking.
He's pacing.
So we're
He's pacing.
in. No one knows who Eddie DeBartolo or me. We're starting to walk, but each play we peer out the portal or whatever. This is Silverdome. I don't really. Dwight Hicks makes an interception. Let's go back to the box. Like, okay, boss. This is my first Super Bowl. The first 5 minutes, I'm walking around the stadium aimlessly with the owner. All right, 84. Even more humorous story. I never tell this because I didn't think of this till like last week. Third quarter. And by then it wasn't done, but it wasn't done, but it was not.
They were pulling away.
Done.
Yeah. Stanford.
Even though I'm a young guy, even I have to go to the bathroom. Okay. No. You're going to laugh. You're going to laugh at this. Troughs.
I know.
Stanford.
I know, yeah.
Like we still have at the Yale Bowl. Okay, this is when these places were built. Okay. Troughs, right?
Right.
There's hardly anyone in there. It's a third quarter, and you're up there, and I'm doing what I have to do. It wasn't crowded. I look over to my right, and I'm, whoa. Okay, finish what you're doing because you don't want to, have a problem.
Who is it?
Johnny Unitas. And I think we met once, and those guys are all sports, And wash your hands. It's Johnny. Look, I'm not going to shake your hand, but my name is Chris. No, I've seen you. I met Johnny Unitas in the Euro at Super Bowl 19.
Hey,
high tops? Did he have the high tops on?
I didn't look that low. I kept my eyesight up.
It was Peyton Manning before Peyton Manning.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that was the NFL fined Peyton when Johnny died, and he wore high tops the next game. They fined him for illegal.
Come on.
Really?
Come on.
Really?
You being silly?
But I met him in the urinal at Stanford Stadium. Not a story you were
Alan
looking
Amici.
for.
I'm Alan Amici.
I did wash my hands, but I didn't shake his. Now we can go to wherever. I'm getting off on tangents.
Yeah, I know. I think you got to go somewhere else.
I was
Well,
gonna say,
no, I
we
like
would
this.
steal. We would steal all the time in the world with you, but I think we're getting told we got to.
You got to go somewhere else.
Hey.
Quick 20-second question.
Go ahead.
Interesting manager, Giants, huh?
Yeah.
Although
Vitella,
I spent some time in
you
St.
know?
Louis.
Yeah.
No, I don't. You should hear the people of St. Louis who knew him as a high school, as a college.
His dad's a legendary coach.
Like, what a great guy. Are we excited? I don't know what – Buster doesn't usually –
Yeah, we're excited.
I got to interview him at a Fan Fest event a couple of weeks ago, and, I mean, you could tell he's done a lot of rounds of media since he got hired from the job, but I think he's ready to go. He's ready to go, and I'm excited, certainly, because it's not just a great local story for us, but nationally around Major League Baseball, he's setting a new precedent.
Unheard of. Unheard of. Just like 50-year-old gray-haired coach Bill Walsh, he didn't get hired by now. What good would he be, right? All right, this
Tiger Johnson.
There's two things have to happen this game if Seattle wins.
Okay.
One of them is they have to have a 1-yard runoff tackle for a touchdown. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, that's a must. Doesn't have to win the game.
Marshawn Lynch.
Doesn't have to win the game
Got
in the
it,
second
got it,
quarter.
got
Get
it.
it over with.
Got it.
And I think the defense scores like they did when they killed Denver. Now, they may not win, but they certainly have to have a 1-yard runoff tackle.
Marshawn Lynch. Give it a beast
Please,
mode. Give it a beast
please,
mode.
just please. And their defense is really impressive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, ask the Niners.
Without a doubt. We know.
Yeah, I was going to say.
We know how good they are.
That divisional round in Week 18, that was a toughie.
We scored 9 points against them in 2 games, so not good.
But New England lost 1 since the end of September.
I know,
so I
that's
don't
true.
know. So
I know.
I have Seattle by 9, I think, 26-17. We'll see. Great being back in the Bay Area, and I hope I have many reasons to come see the Giants.
Absolutely.
This year, even though the Dodgers and the Padres, I'm looking forward to it.
Hey,
Good
we
to
got
see
a good
you on
amount of
KNBR.
shows up
Hall
on
of
the
Famer
patio.
Boomer, Chris
So,
Berman.
Thank you, Chris. We'll talk to Matt Mayoko when we come up in a bit. It is Papa and Silver on the Sports Leader.